Shalom, y'all. What the business is, man? It's 1:51 p.m. Friday. Another 3 video thing going on today. Friday, September 20th. Shabbat's definitely later on. I celebrate the Shabbat at 7 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Because that's when, I see the sun go down at 7 over here in South Florida and everything. But yeah, I was just, once again, talking with the Most High again and just curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked, and that's Proverbs 3:33. Chapter 3, verse 33. The curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked. You know what I'm saying? And we all know that the Most High is definitely a God of increase. But he doesn't increase you in, my bad. I keep doing this because it's like, I can't help it, bro. What it's saying, I think it's in Jeremiah, Isaiah, it was like, the word is like a fire unto the feet. The prophet Jeremiah, Isaiah, he was like, the word is like a fire unto my feet. And, and the Most High word crush rocks and the pebbles or something like that. I think it says that in Jeremiah or Isaiah. But yeah, it's like a fire to my feet, and I gotta get it out. Like I have to, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's like I feel like it's just I keep going. It's like a wellspring of just information and wisdom, and understanding. Just what I'm saying. I can't help it, bro. All right. But yeah, the curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked. House of the wicked. And today, present day, we take curses as being plagued being plagued, having an affliction, an illness. That's what we see, a curse as. When really, a curse is when you stop growing. A curse is when you stop growing. Hold on, let's get this phone a second, because I always do this fuck shit. A curse is when you stop growing. So I'm just sitting here talking to the Most High again, and I was just saying, like, dang, y'all, like, people stop growing. Because I look at my grass, it's like the Most High used everything to glorify himself. You know what I'm saying? He used my yard, all these things around me to, basically not only show me the fruit of my labor, but to, for him to get the, the praises, because the Most High is a God of increase. And we are natural beings, you know what I'm saying? So you got a lot of people who like to say, oh no, we're indigenous to this and that, we're natural people, this and that. Which we're natural, of course, we're natural, we're the seed of Adam. Did he make Adam from what, dirt or dust? So our body is from the earth. Our body is from the earth. Our body is COH2, carbon, oxygen, water. You know what I'm saying? We're made from the earth. But on top of being made from the earth, the Most High placed his spirit. He gave certain people, individuals, his spirit to use. And that's that very spirit that's above everything, that's above all creation of this earth. That's the very spirit that the devil can't contain. That's the very spirit that the devil can't control. You know what I'm saying? And that spirit is just the everlasting spirit of wisdom and understanding, interpretation, all these things, all these gifts that the Most High grant, it come through his spirit. And that's something that, the opposer of God's laws and will can't control or fully comprehend. All the enemy knows that it is contrary to his will. And that's why you become a terrorist in the system. But yeah, the curse, a curse. And I mean, there's many curses. To talk about curses in Jeremiah. And curses is what it said, curses he that rely on flesh for his strength. The reason curses he that the reason that it is curses he that rely on flesh for his strength is because the flesh is temporary. Flesh is very temporary. And the more you depend on flesh for your salvation, the more you depend on flesh for your strength, period, you need flesh to get up, you need flesh to pick you up every time. You starting off in the wrong area, and you're gonna continue to be on a downward spiral if you stay like that, because flesh is temporary. Flesh can go like you can go. You know what I'm saying? Flesh can only do so much. The help of man is vain. The help of son of man is vain, and that's in Psalms. So and that was something I had to learn from. Every time I used to fall, I used to always try to call on people. Hey, I need you for this, need you for that. And the more, each and every time I was left out to dry, it was like, the Most High just showed me every time through my afflictions and through certain pains of this world. He just showed me the truth. And I'm just grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. Like, he definitely preserved my life until this time. to release all these things that have been kept in me to, help other people. And I just give all thanks to that. And curses of the Lord, the curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked. The house of the wicked is going to do everything contrary to what the Most High say in His Word. All these other things, all these other religions, the Bible is the foundation of life. It's the Most High Word. Even though the devil, used craftiness to manipulate to manipulate the whole world through the Bible. You know what I'm saying? He took things out, put things in, put paganism and polytheism in, and he made religions to agree with the polytheism and paganism in the Word. And, and basically what the whole world did in a nutshell, what the devil did was, other people, they took pieces out of the Bible, they took like quotes and some wisdom out of the Bible, and they made their own religion out of it. You know what I'm saying? And they, changed the name of it. And that's how we got a whole bunch of other religions and all these things. You know what I'm saying? And all these doctrines is because that's what they did. They took pieces from the foundation and made their own little shit out of it. You know what I'm saying? But what we need to start doing is, finding the truth in the Word. You know what I'm saying? If you're not doing it, you should really do it, because time is the essence. And what we should do is, really, because this is what I did. I really just took truth out of everything I learned from other religions and everything. It related back to the Bible. And what I did was I took a whole bunch of truths that the other religions had, and I related it with the Word. Anything that coincided with the Word, it was agreed upon. And that's what I did. And it's so funny and crazy how I just put together a piece of a puzzle. The more you dig, the more you research, but you gotta have that foundation. Once you have that foundation, you just take off from there, bro. And, the curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked, meaning that, once again, the Most High will grow you. He will grow everything around you. You will prosper. And when I say prosper, I don't mean in the fucking world. In circumstances, when it was necessary for His servant to prosper, in certain places, He will allow that. But overall, the Most High will prosper you internally. Internally, it's internal growth. You know what I'm saying? Flesh won't inherit the kingdom. Only the Spirit inherit the kingdom. So the Most High is the things that are in you, like the perks of His Spirit that's in you, He's gonna make that flourish. He's gonna enhance that. He's gonna grow that, and that's gonna show. Because what it says, the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. What's in your heart, you're going to speak. So that's definitely going to show on the outside. Because as you have life in you, you're going to speak life. And that very life that's coming out of you is going to be life to someone else who has life. It's going to help their life. It's going to increase their life in a way. That little bit of wisdom, that little bit of... What it's saying, Ecclesiastes, wisdom to a wise man is like the strength of 10 men or something like that. So I think it says something like that in Ecclesiastes. And it says it's better to have wisdom than physical strength. I seen that in Apocrypha, and I seen that in Ecclesiastes. So basically, it's better to have understanding, and wisdom, all these perks of the Spirit, rather than physical strength. So the Most High definitely put His servants and people through trials of life to strengthen them in many ways, man, so they can have a proper understanding on what's taking place and what to do. Because we all have purposes. You got a lot of people that have hard lives, but and the Most High, talked to them and showed them certain things, but they put it behind their back and they cast it off because, it didn't appeal to the things that was in their circumference. You know what I'm saying? It didn't appeal to their needs and wants, so they cast it off behind them. And they running a continuation. They running in a continuous circle. They have. I call this like the twister of error that's above their head. Because every time I come in contact with these people, I always see like a twisting on top of their head. They're caught in insanity. They're going in circles. Because they casted off the truth for temporariness. They casted off the truth for lies. They gave up truth for lies. You know what I'm saying? They gave up good cooked food for a Reese's cup. You know what I'm saying? You know how fast you can eat a Reese's cup? They gave up, rice, chicken, string beans, a whole plate. You know what I'm saying? A whole $10 plate. They give up a whole $10 plate for a little Reese's cup. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, a lot of them, they err in their ways, and they pierce themselves with many sorrows. For the love of money is the root of all evil, and that very money they use to You know, they worship their passions and pleasures, and it keep them in a downward spiral. And the Most High curse is over that house or that person because, you know, for one, they stop growing, and two, you know, their house isn't in order. They got shit all over the place. They not right. You know, they just continue. They just stuck. You know, the Most High removed His presence from them, and they can't go up. They can't prosper. And what it say in the Psalms? It says Psalms. It said in the Psalms. You know, oh, you know, the stone that they casted off and decided not to build with. You know what I'm saying? The stone that they casted off and decided not to build with. I'm gonna try to find that real quick. But I was just outside and I was just saying to myself, I was like, damn, I'm that stone that they refuse to, you know, build with, and they toss this stone to the side. But just that very stone that the Most High used to, you know, enhance His kingdom with, that they cast it out. You know, and I just thank the Most High, man, just to be a piece, just to be a part of His, you know, kingdom, just to be able, you know, to have this opportunity with this internet thing to help somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That maybe, you know, that's in tribulation with the beast just as I am, or that need help, you know, just need that, you know, extra life. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, I talk with the Most High a lot, bro, like a lot. And I don't know. Like I said, I voted myself to, you know, putting truths on all parts of my social media, and, you know, I refuse to be a slave, bro, and to work for those who help and oppress the oppressed. I refuse to help the afflicted, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'd rather lose my life. I'd rather take the sword to my neck before I ever, you know, bow down and help hurt anybody else. You know, and that's the very thing in me that they hate. And that's most likely the very thing in you that they hate. Something that they seen in you a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I never, ever, bro. You know, just like my creator, I like to help I help bring up the weak, man. I help defend the, you know, defenseless, bro. You know, and no matter what, I always have my hand out, you know, always, you know, willing and ready to help anyone, and always having an answer ready to answer any questions. And, you know, it's through the Spirit of the Most High that I'm able to, on the spot, answer questions, all things that people have questions about different religions, about this and that. You know, it's just amazing what the Most High do with you when you spend time with Him. You know what I'm saying? That's why He just requires certain time, and He also requires our mind and our heart to be on one accord, because it's just so crazy to me. Like I, you know, said in the other video before about, you know, many I call for your chosen video, how, you know, it's crazy how our heart and our mind is like kind of attached to our spirit in a way. But that makes sense why the Most High saying His word, make sure you have a mind and a heart for me. You know what I'm saying? Everything must be unilateral, you know. Everything must be a part of that narrow road, you know what I'm saying, for you to continue that walk in salvation, you know what I'm saying, that narrow road that He called all His chosen, you know, servants, prophets, priests, and saints to walk on. You know what I'm saying? That's why and it's so crazy, because it says in James, I think it's 1:7, you know, an unstable person, a double-minded person is unstable in all his ways. And it says in the word, you know, don't come to the Most High with a, you know, double heart. You got to know. That's why the Most High put you through so much shit to try you. You know what I'm saying? To see what you're made of. Because when you get fed up, when you like, damn, everything I want to do is not good for me, I'm tired of this shit. When you get fed up and you see that you're the real problem, that's when the Most High going to show you so much shit. He going to show you so much shit. And, you know, another thing, one of my problems was I was always, you know, everything was always taken from me. And I couldn't stand that fact. Like, damn, God, why you always taking shit from me? Like, why you always do this to me? You know what I'm saying? Everybody else around me, you know, be happy living their lives. They sin and do what the fuck they want to do, and they prosper. When I do it, I get chastised sevenfold, and everything just so hard on me. Why is that? And it's like everything always leaving me. I can't have nothing for myself that makes me happy. Why is that? And it was the Most High really just separating me, preparing me, and separating me from the world. You know what I'm saying? Because he required all of us to be detached from the world. And, you know, us not understanding and, you know, following the world, you know, we try to put things in the world. We try to put things in the world and gravitate it to us to make it come to us, like money and materials and women and everything else. We do that because that's what's going on around us. And we think that, hey, you know, like, We just want to do our own thing. We just want to be like everybody else. We just want to fit in. But the Most High definitely have a will and a strong purpose for you. So in order for you to get this will and strong purpose done, you have to detach yourself, because that's the only way the Most High can use you and use you to help other people. You know what I'm saying? Everything, the world blocks the Most High presence. Period. The world blocks the Most High presence. If the world is in you, then the love of the Father not in you, because your heart and your mind is going to be focused on everything else. That's vanity and toxins to you. And the devil strategically use people closest to you, because he know that that's the ultimate betrayal. And he use everything. He placed a world of illusion around you. This whole setup is to help silence the servants of the Most High, to help break them down, to stop them from speaking what the Most High want them to speak. It keep people in darkness. But the Most High said light, and He's the God of increase and prosperousness. And if the devil just do everything contrary. The devil cut what's growing. He cut what's growing. He stopped it because he not growing. So he mad like, I'm not growing. They don't deserve to grow because I'm not growing. He petty as fuck. And he gonna do little petty shit. All to impede you and hinder your walk. All in all, so curse of the Lord is on the house of the wicked, and the curse of the Lord is non-growth. The curse of the Lord is non-growth. So when I look at my yard and I'm like, dang, no matter what, they can cut my yard, whatever, my yard still grows. It grows, and it grows better than the last time. It continue to grow, and they can't hide that no more. And the curse of the Lord will be contrary to growth. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because guess what? Illnesses and afflictions is used to stop growth. It's used to cut life. But if you have life in you and you continue to grow daily and everything else around you growing and you prospering internally, you have life. And where there's life, there's no room for darkness. You know what I'm saying? Like it says in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, it says, what's light with darkness? What's light with darkness? What light has with darkness? Nothing. They're contrary to each other. Very contrary to each other. That's why, the Most High Himself isn't here, because this is hell here. You know what I'm saying? It's pieces of light here, and that's His spirit, but this is hell, bro. Can't no iniquity dwell where the Most High is, or be where the Most High is. That's why I say flesh won't inherit the kingdom, because flesh is iniquity. Flesh is the world. You know what I'm saying? So, He using this time to, prepare the hearts and the minds of his people, to have them ready to, accept what's coming to them. So this is definitely a trial time, and each and every time, like I said, each and every time I put my face on this camera, and I give life. I speak this life, all these facts, and all these prophecies and facts, all these things. I'm speaking the same shit Solomon spoke. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the spirit. I had the spirit of the Most High that's in all His servants and saints today. You know what I'm saying? That's that same spirit, and that's life. That's life. These are prophecies. You know what I'm saying? The book of wisdom and Ecclesiastes are prophecies. Wisdom, prophecy, and wisdom. That's all that is. That's life that you're speaking. That's life for the next life to have. To help them with life. So, and we in war every day, man. It's flesh against the spirit against the flesh. Those that you war with are those that the Most High removed His presence from. That's cursed. That's fallen. That see out the left eye, and they just follow vanity. They're cursed to vanity. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High took His presence from amongst them. You know what I'm saying? And they pierced themselves with many sorrows, following money. They hurt themselves. They're enemy to themselves. And it says that in Tobias 12:7, and another place too in the Apocrypha. Those that sin are enemies to themselves. Because sin separates you from God. Sin separates you from the truth. And sin is transgression of the law. 1 John 3:4. Sin is transgression of the law. And the more you live your life according to vanity, according to sin, you know what I'm saying, the more the Most High going to withdraw His presence from you, and the curse is going to be on you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not prospering internally in wisdom and understanding and knowledge of all these things, then you got to really reevaluate yourself, because it's very important. you know, because the devil used many tactics and many things to hinder growth, all type of ways. He used many things. He used many toxins and chemicals to spray on the harvest to hinder growth. But it's the Most High, you know, who comes along. You know, he gives the right sunlight and the right water to that plant. He gives a right balance to, you know, help that plant increase beyond measure. So, just relating, you know, the word unto, you know, just the harvest and the plants outside, it's just amazing to me, bro. No matter how much they try to cut it down, you know, they can't hide the truth. And it's going to grow again, and it's going to grow better than the last time. No matter how much hits, you know, you hit that plant with. Yeah, it may take a second to, you know, recalibrate or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to gather itself together, but when it's gone, it's gone. There's nothing you can do about it. You know. I think that's about everything. I don't know what I'm going to title this video. I might just title it, I don't know what the heck I'm going to title this video. I might title this video like, The Curse of the Lord versus, you know, the blessings. Because when you increasing, and not in the worldly shit, not inventing, but when you're increasing in, you know, internal growth and learning and wisdom and all these things, that's just a symbol of the Most High in your life. And that's the same symbol that, you know, the enemy hates and that he, you know, pushes off. Because that's going to be the symbol, you know, that's going to be things in you that, you know, that can change his, that's that truth that can fuck his whole world up. You know, that can fuck his whole shit up. You know what I'm saying? So he had these people that's under this curse take a bribe, which it says in, you know, Amos 5, you know, they take a bribe. You know what I'm saying? And they help use us as a spoil, you know, to benefit the oppressors. Slavery all over again, but this time you got niggas that's choosing to work for master and that's choosing to hurt their own people. So, but all praises to the Most High, man. All praises to the God of Israel, the God of Jacob, the one true Holy One of Israel. For it's the Most High alone who gave David wisdom and understanding. And the Most High alone who gave Solomon wisdom and understanding. It's the Most High alone who gave Daniel wisdom and understanding and interpretation. It's the Most High alone that gave Joseph interpretation and wisdom and understanding and righteousness. You know, all to do his will. And I'll go to the Most High, man. I don't know what I'm tired of this video, but I just thank y'all for everything. You know what I'm saying? And all these other religions, what they did was they took pieces of the foundation to make their own kingdom, make their own shit with it, man. That's what they did with the Bible, bro. That's the craftiness of the devil. He purposely strategically placed all these philosophies around you for you to dwell in it, so you can still have that stumbling block over you, so you can be hindered from the truth. Because all parts of truth on this present world come from that foundation, which is the word, which is the Bible, bro. No matter how much the devil manipulated our shit, it made mockery of it, because that's what the devil do. He pollutes what's holy. He make a mockery of it. He use it as he make it a reproach to man. He make it, you know, he blasphemy what's not meant to be blasphemy. He crossed that line that's not supposed to be crossed. And you know, and it's sad to see a lot of targeted individuals still not growing and still stuck in that same spot. You know what I'm saying? Don't feed into what the devil doing, man. Don't feed into his shit. Everybody that's around you is placed in your life to hinder you. Their toxins, their diseases used to hinder you and to stop your growth. Because only a disease or illness stop growth. But the chosen ones are the ones who the Most High bring from that illness of the world, raise them up and show them the truth. And through everything they go through physically, they still prosper and they endure to the end. That's what the Most High chosen people do. So I just thank the Most High for everything, because it's Him who give, you know, who show truth and bring light through darkness and through affliction, you know. He chastises you, but he gives you the solution to the problem. And, many people who just choose to live a life according to, illusion, who hate the truth because the truth is contrary to their feelings. Then they use their feelings to, solidify their acts and everything that they do. And if it don't appeal to their feelings, it's false. And, it's sad to see. But that's what I grew up with. I grew up with, people calling me disrespectful and being a liar because it don't appeal to how they feel. When the truth don't give a fuck about your feelings. Your feelings are temporary. The truth is solid from the beginning to the end. Then the most I can be like, oh well, he had a bad day, so he just transgressed all my laws for 8 years because he had one bad day. You think he gonna be okay with that shit? Hell no, hell no. You know what I'm saying? Because you caused many to err within those 8 years that you allow your feelings to get in the way of shit. So you definitely gotta there's retribution that's needed. The Most High is definitely the judge and He's the Redeemer. So. Yeah, the more you give life, because it's power and life in the tongue. There's life and death in the tongue. So the more you speak life and give life and teach others according to life, love covers a multitude of sins. And you got a multitude of sins that's covered off of that. So, like David say, oh Lord, judge me according to my integrity. So I just, pray that the Most High just see me through, through my days of ignorance, and just judge me off the integrity that I had. The integrity to not do others how they did me, the integrity to, still lift up those who, to tend to push me down, just to see that integrity in all my acts and not judge me on my iniquity, That's why I pray for all y'all, and I pray for that for all those that are listening, man, because the devil use all type of weaponry and manipulation close to us to deter us, and it's only the Most High that can lift you up and put you on that righteous path and show you the truth. So what to them that oppose, y'all will, man, because His will is to reprove man and to show man the truth, to follow the commandments, to fear God and follow the commandments. For that's the whole duty of man. Ecclesiastes 12:13 and Proverbs 3, The way of life is to reprove others, to help others, to help your neighbor. And that's what all the Most High laws do, man. It's all to make you a better you. It's nothing to hurt you or anything. It's to make you a better you, all right? Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, all these are lawful books. Psalms, lawful books. All these are lawful books. Only thing the Most High wants His laws is around, really, because I read the laws. Basically, you having compassion for your neighbor and helping others. You know what I'm saying? And, worshiping the Most High with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul. And once you do that, you'll become a doorway of righteousness, a doorway of, the Most High strength. So, shalom to all my people out there, man. I love y'all, bro. And, what the Most High, what me and the Most High talk about, I definitely make an effort to remember and bestow on this platform just to help somebody. Because what good is wisdom, understanding, and all these things that Most High place on my spirit? What's good is that if no one can benefit from it? I care about my neighbor as I care about myself. All praise to the Most High, man. Shalom.